a brunch time bonanza. Starting the day rolling into some lyrics. But then we've got some ASAP, Atmosphere, Tarot, Bright Ear, Tommy. This comes down here. But yeah, first we're starting because I said, and I did a little research. And it turns out, I think the first problem is I always thought the video and the dude and Hills Have Eyes are creepily, So, there's a movie influence there that put me off. I did do a little searching, according to the band, to bring Aboriginal ideas to the forefront, have a discussion. I don't think it's that preachy. My personal takeaway is the people who use it like an anthem for guilt. And then I really, to be honest, I get it. So, in the end, there's nothing really wrong with the song. I think a movie really sets me. I do. I mean, to me, it's like it looks like the dude from Hills Has Eyes. That's horrible, but And then radio ad nauseum, right? So it just got played so much. I just didn't like it. I was metal through and through when this came out. With what Leo did to it, nothing but respect. And so much so that instead of going off, that's about it. I think I covered my bases. I don't think I'm a huge hater. Most of my issues come from non-political influences. Radio overplaying and horror films. Mike! Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, I agree that Always Somewhere is one of the best ballads of all time. I would have to listen to it back to back. With, is it Simple Man? I heard. To see if they're similar. But I'm willing to do that. Oh, Malcolm Reynolds. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Took basically something I didn't care for, which I just explained why, and turned it around, which kept me from turning it all into a big one-sided, opinionated nightmare. So, Carol, it's nice to see you. I will try to see if I can, see if we get something to say hi to the Aussies with today. I'll be right back. Oh, Spike, I am not as committed, but I 100% understand. And it's just, right, that whole individuals who lived and breathed that whole scene. And then there's individuals that never let it go, which, like I talk about this. If I wish I had my Who Killed Marilyn. I got a picture around here somewhere. It's not that close. Man, I had all these great posts. I just loved all my Misfits merch. I really did. It's one of those. I'd have been grateful if that stood the test of time, but it didn't make it. Indonesia shouting out on we didn't start the fire, and we're just letting that go from ad nauseum and some pop culture references that don't stand the test of time. Otherwise, man, we know people love that tune, so we'll just let it go as well. Oh, Jeff, looks like I missed it more than once. I have Harry Mack and Beardy Man. I'm about to see what the hell's going on there. I just set that up. I will try to Uh-oh. Hold on. I just got to laugh, Robert. Oh, that is a canned answer. But I'm here laughing along with that shit. Oh, funny. Uh, what happened to Elvis videos? Uh, what happened to Elvis videos is that was very problematic, and it was mostly for my honey, and my honey is just not available. Uh, it's a lot harder to get couples going, and that's just the truth. I'm I'm willing to sit here in almost any state and just lay it all out. That is not. I'm informed that's not as easy for everybody as I thought it was. Uh, but that's just because I'm talking to the few people that I would be passing to. So it's all this weird, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's a big fantasy role play for me too. The jump and sway does add power to that flying V. Obviously, my eyes couldn't stop following that. So, yeah. And Elvis, I talked to my honey and see, I know Elvis just fine, but that was really for her. Let me get a couple more things here and we'll move on to reactions. Oh, now we're getting back there because that mic down, we did squawk or stranded yesterday, and I will take, I definitely will keep more of that coming. Matthew, gosh, Vinny Paz. I'll have to check to see what all I've got. I've got some of that on there. I've got some Immortal Technique. Here, that's what Immortal Technique brought me to this spot where I can actually, sometimes the rap is, indicting places I come from. I can get past that now. I don't take it personally. I think the depth of the lyrical content in a lot of those artists are so fantastic that it's well worth the look, even if it's a challenge, right, for my personal political stance. That's okay. I can handle that. I can sit in a boat being rocked. It's not the end of the world. Carol from 5 days ago, and this is how it works. So I'm just grateful to be getting back a ways now, because it's been slow. Turns out when I don't put up 1,000 hit videos, I can catch up. Baby metal. Yeah. All right, hold on. Oh, on a side note, this I'm Lisa, very theatrical. I just watched them live. Not my scene really. Yep. Yeah. Not see. Power to the baby metal babes. Pop metal. Nah. I'm not. So I heard that that's got a lyrical pride and kind of an ode to a Dream Theater tune, which really explains the progressive nature of the arrangement. So it was kind of cool. Now, I don't know how true that was, but I thought that's what I read. So share it with everyone, and I can take the consequences of being right or wrong either way. Butcher 5 days ago on Chris Webby, la la la. I'm smoking to that right now. No, I don't give no F's. That's my point. So I use Wikipedia because of the ease of it. But every time I acknowledge that it's basically like dipping into the Ministry of Truth out of an Orwell novel. Which I hear now. I'm hearing that if we read dystopian sci-fi, we're problematic and lean one way. I've been a conspiracy theorist the whole time, so I'm cool. I can consume Orwell en masse. But I think it's funny that on the same page there. Fuck Wikipedia. Melissa Kelly on Webby from 5 days. Yes, it was his dad, but Mike had that was his dad for sure. I just wasn't trying to be a suck up, right? Like, oh, I know this. I was just happy that the Wikipedia and what we were seeing was actually accurate. When, like, I stumbled across an unfortunate. Chris got himself in a couple discussions where they kind of went after his rhetoric, and because let's just say to question things nowadays is problematic for some groups. We'll leave it at that. Oh, that's sweet. We made it all the way back a week. Actually, it did. Says 5 days. That's weird, but I actually commented on this from work, so I guess that's Monday. Yeah, my days. It's a mess. There's a couple things here I wanted to address. So, yes, thank you for joining me, Hammered. I appreciate it, Nick, very much so. And I appreciate that you're here. And I keep going for individuals like yourself. So, that just makes it really did make my evening when I read that, because sometimes I'll peek in on my phone. I don't use it much because I'm pretty open about saying that. But I get bored sometimes. And I'll watch something, or I'll hop in to see how a video's doing. Is kind of, and then I just let me read some comments because I was on break, and it's 2 in the morning. From 2 to 3 in the morning is a wonderful time to take a break. Very relaxing, really easy. Epishma? I'm not sure. Saw the Max in the background. Thank you. Misty. It's a comic book. It's a issue. I think that's issue 2 of the Max, and I believe that artist was doing a run on, like, he'd left the Hulk penning for or working for one of the majors, and then started. I was there at the beginning of Image. I used to have that Spawn 1 through 10, the first run of Spawn. I was a fan. And then the alternate titles or alternate cover period came off, and they drove me out. Having to buy 7 of the same comic book just made it no fun anymore. And then honestly, they sold out the X-Men years ago in the comics. They just went from being the bomb to not. Oh, we have a very interesting forgive me, Kate and Calvin. I obviously I have strong opinions on stuff like this, but at the same time on the Ren videos, I try to keep it middle of the road, because I understand he and I would fall on opposite sides of the political spectrum, even though we'd probably have good conversations. I believe, because I experienced it my whole life, that most of these statements here in this, and everyone, this is in the Ren, the Hunger, from about 5 days ago, if you'd like to find it. I grew up with, I have a Korean sibling, and is of Japanese descent. So I spent most of my time around people in a multicultural environment to begin with. I never, gratefully for me, engaged in a lot of homogeneous thinking. We got to keep it isolated. And no, I always grew up in the melting pot, but because I understood immigration from and naturalization from, let's say, 8 years old on, it created a set of rules. I also agree with the sides that explain we need nationalism, identities, cultural differences. Borders are real. Maybe they should be passable. And as long as cultural norms do no harm, they should stand the test of time. So should others. And an idea that we're going to get this globular gray planet someday, that seems pretty boring. I mean, I don't want to be invaded by the grays. I want the 36 varieties, reptilian shapeshifters to gaseous, amorphous blobs. I want them all to be real. I don't want just the grays to be real. That seems like people fear being challenged more than challenging themselves to find acceptance. So, I do believe in some of the things that exist, borders and ideas like how natural borders create, a mountain range can create regional delicacies on one valley on one side of the mountain and one on the other side. I'm not going any deeper than that. I liked the soft cheese and hard sausages of that valley, but their bakery goods and jams over on this side were exceptional. But because the mountain kept them apart, you can't. Only the mountain climbers got to try both things. Now, that's as safe and hopefully not triggering as I can be, but I mean, I kind of see it that way, and I think the next decade's gonna be so damn exciting. I'm happy to be here for a front row seat, and we're going with that. Ooh, to wrap this up, because it's I go backwards, and we got that interesting discussion, but before that we were still on. Yeah, that is my Akira copy. uh, Akira, this is actually an actual. I can't think of his name right now. Jack Kirby, I believe, is. This is a Kirby issue back from the day. Not a huge value, but I believe it is. So that's why that one's there. And maybe we shouldn't be steeped in fear. And Akira, you bet. I've got Spirited Away. It's hard to see. But then I've also got The Elegant Universe. Brian Greene, which is the quantum stuff. I read Miku Kaku's what it would take to make Star Trek technology come true. It turns out until you can harness the sun, none of that shit's real. So, but yeah, Akira is definitely one of my favorites of all time. Not the remake. I don't like the new dub. I like the old school, confusing, big old mess dub. I like. Oh, I don't have. It's like just I'm a fan. A fan of anime. You got Diary of a Drug Fiend, Crowley right there. There's a couple goodies. I hope. I used to people. It's got mad. American Gods, Gaiman is right below me. I used to talk about that because I use that as an archetype of a lot of. I don't think it's real. I think it's just a book, a fiction. But the ideas within there are so universal. It's such a great use. Just like Akira and other things. Some creations hold, I just think, more energy than others, and hopefully that's not like Ange and I talk about it a lot. I was playing a game earlier, and the One of Us. I won you win a stupid a reward to make you keep playing, a badge, One of Us, and I'm like, oh shit, freaks. The Bowman film, I have that around here somewhere, but the whole gobbledygook One of Us. People have seen that in popular culture so many times, and they don't know where it comes from. They should see the film and understand the ideas in there. So amazing. So when it comes down to it, we'll wrap it up at this. I'm a sucker for a little noticing all this stuff, because it's all that remains of a lifetime of collecting it all. But I'm damn proud to make it part of my, you know, memory jar. Later.